Thank you so much, Gilbert. I appreciate being here. And thank you to everybody for joining for our presentation today. Amesite is an artificial intelligence learning company that focuses on 4 segments: government, enterprise, higher education, and nonprofits. And I'm delighted to be here today and talk about the opportunities ahead. Here's our forward-looking statements. We are a public company, of course. We are NASDAQ AMST. So first off, on the investment highlights, Amesite has an amazing market opportunity. We sell learning products for our customers. We brand to them. So we deliver learning systems to universities, to businesses training their own employees, to nonprofits selling learning experiences, and to government engaging in workforce training. The market opportunity is absolutely enormous. Every one of these segments is a multi-billion-dollar learning opportunity. When you combine business and education, it's even greater. Second, Amesite has quite a unique business model. We are a transparent B2B business. What universities and companies are challenged with is having a software platform that allows them to deliver with excellence. During pandemic, we especially saw that the user experience, the learner experience online was actually quite poor. The software available to deliver learning is not adequate. So rather than try to be the platform for all learning, we're a platform for people who want to deliver learning. When a university wants to deliver professional programs to its alumni, which typically outnumber matriculated students by 10 or 20 to 1, they can use Amesite. When businesses want to upskill their employees, because of a change in strategic direction, which is most companies on the planet right now, they can use Amesite system. Each time we brand to our customer, creating an opportunity for revenue and growth for our customers. Third, we have a proven technology that scales with efficiency and interoperability that customers need. As Gilbert mentioned, we are a Microsoft partner, and as such, we are on the Azure cloud, and we deliver, our customers tell us, with true excellence. We'll go through some of the numbers in the presentation, but the key statistic is this: 98% of people who start a learning experience on the Amesite platform, whether it's a high school learner or a senior executive at Ford Motor Company, finish it. 98% retention across all of our sectors. Fourth, our products are extremely successful. Our customers love our products because we take a strong focus on technology and design that make the products sticky. Once a customer has selected Amesite, they can put more and more learning products on it and be assured that the results will be excellent. Fifth, we have strong differentiation. We're a relative newcomer in our industry, and we operate very, very differently. Our markets urgently need better technology to deliver learning, and Amesite does so with a technology that has never been in EdTech before. So moving right into some of our wins. In sales, as I say, Amesite as a young company has closed sales in 4 different sectors: enterprise, government, higher education, and nonprofit. Some of our partners and customers are listed at left, and they include the Ford Motor Company, Wayne State University, and the entire Henry Ford Museum uses us for all of their learning. Additionally, we just successfully answered our first request for proposals. That's an RFP to a government agency in the state of Michigan. Michigan Works Southeast, and we're successful and beat all competitors to win that business. In the middle, you see some product attributes, and you see some customer reviews. We have 98% retention across all of our learning products. And then finally, at right, you see technology. How you scale an engaging, superior experience is using artificial intelligence. That is why social media have been so successful. And that's why socially driven music, retail, and entertainment platforms, the Spotifys, the Apples, the Amazons, the Netflixes have been so successful. Artificial intelligence enables you to deliver high engagement at relatively low cost. And it's unparalleled engagement, and it's new to learning. We have outstanding technical capabilities on the platform as well. So learners on the Amesite platform don't need to have credentials to 3 or 4 different platforms to consume a learning experience. They can consume that learning experience on one platform. We also have top security and top data privacy practices on the Amesite platform, and that differentiates us in the industry. And we have efficient infrastructure management. When you look at all our wins, you probably won't be surprised to know that my own background is I'm an engineer. I am the CEO founder of Amesite. I'm a mechanical engineer. All of my degrees are in mechanical engineering. Undergraduate degree, University of Delaware, where President Biden went to school, and PhD at Cornell University. After I finished my doctorate, I went off and programmed on the Big Cray at Sandia National Labs and was a multiphysics computational scientist there. Then was recruited by the University of Michigan, where I joined the faculty. And I was on faculty for 17 years as the Turnow Professor of Mechanical, Biomedical, and Material Science and Engineering. While there, I started 2 large research centers, one in bioscience and one in electric vehicles. I also started a large global graduate program called Energy Systems Engineering, and I had learners all over the planet, including Shanghai Jiaotong University in Shanghai. My students were all over the planet, but the software I had to work with was not very good. And I found myself traveling to see my learners to make sure that they would stay in the program. It's part of the reason I started Amesite. Additionally, when I was a professor, I started a battery company called Sastry, a solid state battery company. It was very successful, won many awards, including one of MIT's smartest companies. And we were featured in Scientific American for demonstrating a record-breaking energy density in a battery cell. I was honored at the White House by President Barack Obama himself on behalf of the team. And we sold that company to a company called Dyson for $90 million a few years ago. After the acquisition of my last company, I stayed on at Dyson for 2.5 years as an executive and built up teams in North America, Asia, and Europe, and then decided to leave and start this company because of the challenge of educating millions and in fact billions of people with effectiveness. It had to be done online, but that online experience needed to be great. So when you look at our wins, you see us moving strongly sector by sector into different areas with an excellent product backed by technology that is unparalleled. These markets are enormous, and Amesite is a very, very ambitious company. So meet Amesite. Here are some screenshots of the platform. We are a cloud-based platform, and we offer as well content generation services, content creation services. So if we have a customer who needs to deliver learning, whether it's a company that needs to upskill its employees, or it's a university that needs to upskill people, we actually deliver the content as well. And you can see that we brand to our customer. We are unique in the industry in our strong, strong focus on the user experience. It is very important for us that people stay in the learning experience, instructors, administrators, students, and so all of our technology is built to do that. We are, in fact, a Microsoft partner. Microsoft supports our infrastructure on the Azure cloud. And we did a press release in Microsoft where the quote, as you can see, is on the left, where Microsoft is helping us get into new markets as well. Our goal is to have greater impact by being completely scalable. And Amesite can stand up a service for a customer in as little as 24 hours. Our fundamental mission is to improve the way the world learns. Music, retail, banking have leapt ahead. Learning has been left behind. It is very important to compete for people's attention. And organizations that rely on upskilling, like big companies, in order to achieve their strategic goals, or organizations that sell learning, like universities or nonprofits, all must have an excellent user interface and a user experience in order to either generate revenue or become more profitable. Amesite Stack allows them to do that. A timeline of the company is shown here, and some of the key accomplishments. We've won major organization-wide sales now to become the sole L&D partner for several organizations, and again, secured nameplate customers. We are positioned for growth. Our strategy at Amesite was to spend a few years in development of the product and make sure the product was excellent, and then build up our sales and marketing capability. And that has been our focus at the last quarter or more. And so Amesite is building out its sales and marketing team and closing customers. And you can see that in our press releases and publicly available information. Our model in our markets are like this. We charge a setup fee if we have to do some customization of the platform. Unlike our competitors, we will integrate other elements of enterprise software. So unlike our competitors who will no quote a company seeking integration of a platform with another platform, we'll quote it. We are a very adaptable platform. We have a course creation fee, a maintenance fee, and a user fee, and it scales from there. So with SaaS flexibility and scalability, we're targeting very high margins and high ARR. The markets for us are enormous. 169 billion in enterprise, 16.6 million learners just in the US in higher ed, and 3.6 billion in government markets or more. Our enterprise solutions are shown here, and some key statistics are as follows. There have been about 151 billion in worldwide market revenues from SaaS companies expected by 2022. 73% of those companies will be using all SaaS or almost all SaaS, that's software as a service, tools by 2021. And 93% of chief information officers say they're already adopting or plan to adopt software as a service. Post-pandemic, work will be more flexible. Actually, yesterday I was just talking about this on Bloomberg, and Amesite has established, I think, a good position of thought leadership on this issue. Workers are demanding flexible work. Businesses recognize that flexible work is more efficient work, and it's more productive as well. What enables that? Software platforms enable that. Learning functions are critical to every organization. And Amesite's belief, as is many experts in the industry believe, that almost 100% of professional learning will go online. Amesite aims to be, and our customers tell us we are, the best solution for that. We scale easily, we can provide content, we integrate, and we work fast. In higher ed, universities are recognizing that their alumni need education, and their alumni outnumber matriculated students by a factor of 10 or 20 to 1. That means that the opportunity for growth of universities is not just in growing undergraduate degrees, but in growing professional products that they market to their own alumni. Wayne State University is an example of a university partner that's using Amesite to train people in the automotive industry. The automotive industry is an industry, one of many, that's transforming very rapidly. Most of the large automakers have announced that they plan to be or have roadmap becoming all electric within a decade or two. That represents enormous disruption, and it represents a huge obligation to upskill employees. It's very expensive to create an automotive engineer. It takes years to become an automotive engineer. And the reality is they're not going to let go all of their workers and hire new ones. They have to upskill the people who are in place. Amesite is a solution for that. Wayne State University is located in Midtown Detroit, and it's an R1 that is a research-intensive university. They supply many, many engineers to the automotive companies. And because of that, their graduates have a strong need for upskilling in these areas. Amesite has built them an ecosystem. It's branded completely to Wayne State, called Warrior Tech Source for the Enterprise. And through that portal, they can purchase all kinds of products that keep them current and deliver revenue to Wayne State University. In government, you have probably read about the large amount of money that the US is going to invest in infrastructure and invest in workforce training. The US has significant infrastructure needs, and we expect many, many billions of dollars to flow into this space. And you can read some of our public statements about that. And like I said, I was on Bloomberg yesterday talking about that as well. In government solutions, workforce training is absolutely critical. Government funds a lot of workforce training that is essential for keeping the economic ecosystems healthy. In order for people to get jobs that require a greater amount of computer skills, data skills, digital skills, government makes the investment. Amesite is a solution for that. Government agencies can use the Amesite platform to train workers to keep them current. In the state of Michigan, we're doing that right now, training the employees of a workforce development agency who are in fact training others to get jobs. So that's very exciting. We deliver all of this in a single, easy to use, scalable solution that's custom branded to the customer. Nonprofits are fundamentally organizations that deliver learning. The very large museum in the state of Michigan called the Henry Ford Museum uses Amesite exclusively for all of its learning programs. They aim to be a force for innovation, invention, and entrepreneurship. And they chose Amesite to create for a branded platform for them called InHub. And you can read their quotes about us. We enabled them to launch on a system that's branded completely to them and can offer all kinds of learning, generating revenue and impact for them. And for anybody watching, if you'd like to view the case studies, they're available at www.amesite.com, and you can see what our customers say about us. Wayne State is another customer, and I mentioned them. And there's a very nice case study available on our website, www.amesite.com, and you can watch that. It's a very short video. Now, talking about the technology, Amesite uses artificial intelligence to improve learning by making sure that our customers and we have actionable insights as to what is happening with the learners, and also to serve fresh content in every learning experience. If you think about your teachers, your favorite teachers, the teachers and professors that motivated you the most, everyone says that they did that by providing context. They gave information that made you understand that the material was relevant. When I was a professor, I could read 3 or 4 articles a week that were relevant and try to bring those to class. Our bots read hundreds of thousands of articles a week and curate the ones that are most relevant and deliver them to instructors so those instructors can deliver them to learners. That starts discussions and creates context and creates excitement. So not only are people getting the fundamental materials, they're also getting the latest and greatest information in their field. And that provides a powerful motivation to come to the learning experience and stay in the learning experience and have that learning experience deliver more than just the foundational stuff. It delivers the information that's just in time and highly relevant. Secondly, Amesite uses best-in-class code and architecture. We are very serious about our mission, and as such, our code is completely modularized. We use completely modern architecture and tools that enable integration with thousands of APIs. So Amesite can integrate any innovation we wish and also integrate with other platforms easily with reliable out-of-the-box scalability. And then finally, Amesite technology supports simple, scalable designs that customers love. If it's easy to use, it's hard to code. If it's easy to code, it's hard to use, is what a lot of us say in the computer science world. And Amesite's code base was hard to code, but it's very, very easy to use. The bottom line is Amesite is AI-driven, scalable and secure, and has best-in-class features and architectures. Now, to talk about the investment landscape in Amesite. Our investments in the investments possible in EdTech are divided into a few categories. One of them is the so-called learning management systems, or LMSs. Amesite is highly differentiated from these companies because we focus on the user experience and we are disrupting the LMS. We call our system an LCE, a learning community environment. And we compete with these companies. We also believe that at some point they could become valuable customers for us. Second group, content curators, program managers, and service providers. These are companies that are growing rapidly, and we support companies in this sector. We believe that the private sector will continue to spur advancements in learning markets. And then third, platforms for the future of work. That's us. Amesite brings new data and insights to learning online, which is an incredibly important part of the platform of the future. And we believe that the future of work is more digital, more connected, and will offer continuous learning. We have an amazing board at Amesite. Our board of directors includes Mike Losh, former CFO of General Motors, Gil Oman, who is the first and former CEO of the entire Michigan health system, and also multiple times a presidential advisor and served on multiple boards, including Amgen. Barbie Brewer ran talent for Netflix. Richard Ogawa, general counsel for Infi at the time of acquisition by Marvell for $10 billion. And George Palmer and Anthony Barquette, very successful real estate executives on both coasts of the United States. So an incredibly accomplished board that really guides us. With that, I'd like to pause and take any questions that you have. I thank you very much for listening to our story today, and happy again to answer any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Marie. So just a couple of questions here from the audience. The first one from Javin is asking you about your R&D. So are you still spending money on the R&D work in the platform? If so, what's the proportion of your sales that you are reinvesting?
We don't disclose the breakdown in what we're spending on R&D and the other elements per se. We don't disclose the details of that, but you can look at our Q and discern some of that. I would say we don't need to invest a great deal in the technology in order to scale, because we built the program upfront to scale. So we built the system upfront to deliver in 24 hours and have out-of-the-box scalability. However, it's our constant aim to stay ahead of the curve. The two ways we do that are constantly concept new technologies to put into the platform, most of which are inspired by customers saying, I wish I had. And the other thing is to make sure that we're highly integrable. Us being a Microsoft partner and being on Azure gives us best-in-class out-of-the-box scalability, security, and privacy. And our code architecture is built to integrate new technologies as well. So homegrown technology and also technology that we can integrate.
Sure. Let's squeeze in one last question here because we're running out of time. This question from you, she's asking, your share price in February went up to $8 or more. Now it's settling down. Is there any explanation why it comes down quite a bit here?
We're a micro cap. Our stock is going to bounce around. We've been as high as $9. We've been in the ones and twos. We think that we have a very good case for growth, and we think that our stock is undervalued, but we expected some turbulence. It's not so surprising.
Thank you, Marie, for spending the time with us here. We'll direct all the inquiries or questions to you later on as well. Thank you again for your time here.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to talk about the opportunity with Amesite. I appreciate it.